and much more. Borderline banter, never a bore. Tune in, listen, join the conversation. Borderline banter, your source of information. From politics to global affairs, we dissect the news nobody compares. Mike's insight shines a light. Dustin's clicks keep the show tight. Politics, events, and much more. Borderline banter, never a bore. Tune in, listen, join the conversation. Borderline banter, your source of information. Welcome to the world of borderline banter, where we dive deep into every current canter. Mike's the host.
Hello everyone, hope you're having a great Monday afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. You are watching Borderline Banter. I'm your host Mike, and as always, Dustin's kicking around. Dustin, how's it going?
I am not kicking.
Yeah.
That would be, no.
We're kicking.
Welcome to Borderline Banter. I am Dustin. I am
Yeah.
here. And, not kicking. I moved the mouse. You remember.
You press
Happy
buttons
Monday.
too, yeah. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great day.
I try not to press the buttons anymore. You know, those buttons have gotten us nowhere, really.
Oh, thank you for the spam.
But-
Appreciate it. So, I'll delete that though. But yeah, I hope you had a great weekend. How was your day? You watched the first topic, but
Well, hey,
yeah, we gotta go
spoiler.
right into it. But you watched
Yeah.
you watch Adin Ross today.
Yeah.
Do you
I mean,
do you watch Adin Ross typically or no?
No.
Yeah,
I don't even
okay,
follow
okay,
him.
yeah.
And you couldn't chat if you don't follow
Yeah,
him.
no, I
That'd be
saw
the
that
same
today.
thing.
I was gonna go chat, but it wouldn't let me. I was like, wow, shucks.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that was definitely the big news today. You didn't work, so you stayed home to watch it.
Yeah.
You had a holiday just for this. Like
Yeah.
all of Canada took it off to watch
Just
it.
watch it. Yeah, it was like
So,
it was like at the Trump
pretty
day.
good. Pretty good.
Canadians for Trump. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you want to get
Do you have any other news before
No,
we jump in?
nothing really? No. So.
All right. Let's go ahead and jump into the first story, which is Adin Ross and Donald Trump from NBC News. Trump interviewed by controversial live streamer Adin Ross, who gave him a Cybertruck and a Rolex.
Ooh, I guess I should probably do that.
Do what?
I switch it over.
Transition?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. There's our show everyone the headline here. There's actually a little bit more to it for anybody who does watch live streamers. There's another person who showed up.
So yeah.
But yeah, let's jump on in.
Are politicians allowed to accept gifts?
That's a really good question. No.
Well, sitting politicians, maybe because he's not sitting. Because I remember Ron DeSantis, someone wanted to bought him some loaves one time, some lifters, as a joke. He's like, I can't accept these, but I like them, but I can't accept them. But
I'm pretty sure if you're running, you also can't.
We'll have to look into it. So yeah, let's see.
Because like if you couldn't give the Rolex to the winner, you just give a Rolex to each of the contenders, and you've guaranteed given a Rolex to the winner. Like it would just be a workaround, too easy of a workaround. But hey, here it is. I don't know why they couldn't get a picture of them actually next to each other. This is two separate photos.
Okay.
All right.
Take it away.
You got it?
No, you can take it away.
All right. Former President Donald Trump on Monday continued a streak of appearances with controversial influencers, this time in a 90-minute live stream with Adin Ross. What are the other ones? Do you know any of the other ones?
No. I didn't watch a whole 90 minutes. I think I watched about 30 minutes.
This streak of appearances is talking about other days.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't realize it. I'm just moving on because I don't have a clue. So, either do you? So it's like, yeah, whatever. Oh.
This link says something about Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, he went on Logan Paul's
thing?
a month ago. Yeah.
And then during today's show with Adin, he mentioned the Nelk brothers. Guys?
Okay, yeah, I've seen those
Something
guys.
like
Yeah.
So that's probably what they mean. That'd be 3. That makes a streak.
But yeah, I guess. But that's
it.
it.
The live interview streamed on the platform Kick. Hey, That's
Yeah,
what
yeah, that's where
which
we
took
are.
place at Mar-a-Lago, Trump's home in Florida, with a small live audience of his supporters. Featured Ross asking Trump questions about current events and world leaders, similar to Trump's podcast interview with YouTuber Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Along with his vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance's appearance on a podcast hosted by the YouTube group Nelk Boys. Hey, there they are. Last week.
So the
Uh,
VP JD did, not Trump. JD did.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Trump during the Aiden thing was talking about how he was going to. Maybe he was just saying
The we.
his
Maybe he said
campaign.
we. Yeah.
He did the imperial we. Like oh, hey, Kamala's in this story. Vice President Kamala Harris' campaign, which has received attention for its digital savviness and popularity among meme makers,
They're
responded
not
to Trump's
funny
interview
memes.
with Russ in
so.
real time, posting clips of Trump talking about Venezuela and insulting a journalist who interviewed him at the National Association of Black Journalists conference last week. So she was tweeting during it. I don't follow
Yeah,
her. So
I don't either.
You know.
But yeah, whatever.
But-
yeah.
Anyways, the live stream with Ross Kick's most followed personality had over 580,000 viewers at its peak. I think the highest number I actually saw, because I was watching this as well, I think I saw it when it was at 450,000.
That's right where I
And-
left round 2, I believe.
Yeah, and I didn't stick around, but I'm not surprised it got to this number from where I saw it. So
So it's oh, you clicked something or something.
I did. Yeah.
So it's only the third highest. Okay, it didn't make the highest.
I was thinking it might have been the highest. I'm glad they included this. It says it's the third most concurrently viewed live stream on Kick this year. That's an extra qualifier I wasn't expecting. It's the third highest this year. Okay. I mean,
Trump told Ross that his son introduced the idea of the collaboration to him, touting how big evidence he was. So yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Now, do you really want? I guess how many voters over 18, and how many are American, right?
Not many, not very many.
Right, that's the thing though. But even if it's just a small
it's kind
amount,
of twofold. Aiden's audience, or a good chunk of his audience, are too young to vote, and then another chunk of this is a problem Kick has that Kick never has solved the problem of.
The bots.
You know what I mean? Well, you said it, so
Yeah.
if
well,
Eddie comes in
we've
here,
already
you
gotten
said it.
2 today. We've already gotten
It's true.
2
Literally,
bots so
they've come
far.
into our chat today. So, and something like Adin Ross, the number's much bigger. So, how many actual voters are in here, and how many real people, or how many real people?
But the
and then how
thing
many
is, though,
voters within
but
those
the thing is,
people?
it's not just the views now. There's going to be a lot of clips with this, right? A lot of people who know Adin Ross,
yeah.
a lot of things, and the
Oh, yeah.
clips are going to make revenue as well, and not revenue, but the clips are going to get out to voters.
I've already seen the clips.
Even
on
other
Reddit.
voters.
I'm sure they're
I haven't seen because I've
on
been
TikTok
pretty
and
good
X
at not
as well.
scrolling yet. But later on, I'm guaranteed to see something, right? It's
Well,
just,
like the intro where he came out to many
Many Men,
men.
so
That's what I saw. I saw a couple people have already got that posted because it's a pretty well done intro. Considering the budget looked like it was kind of just like a live stream budget, the usual.
Yeah,
with some lights.
and he screwed up with that.
It was a pretty good intro.
Yeah, he screwed up the intro a little bit, which made me feel a little
He
bit
did.
better about myself. Because
And he also played the censored version
Yeah.
for some reason, even though I thought, censorship was one of the talking
Maybe
points.
because
and
yeah,
I
but
thought
maybe
that might have been important to get the uncensored.
only thing I can thinking is because Mar-a-Lago is a public building, and they're like, you can't be. I don't know.
Hey, this doesn't say it's a
Or
public
not
building.
public,
It says
but it's a-
Mar-a-Lago. It says it's Trump's residence right
It's a
here.
resident, yeah, but there's the business
Trump's
too,
home
right?
in Florida.
So- yeah, okay, I don't know.
Florida. That's
Um,
what they called it. I think you could play many.
Trump
many,
doesn't
the
swear,
uncensored
though, either,
version
so-
there. I think he just.
have you ever heard
Like
Trump
that.
swear?
I haven't, but I don't talk to Trump very often.
Yeah.
I bet he has. Google it. I bet. I'll Google it. Trump saying fuck. Trump and the F word.
Oh, fake news.
Oh, that's a different. That's.
It's
oh,
a fake
that's not-
news. Fake news. I've never said the F word. The media's
Well,
gonna
that-
come out and
oh.
say I've said the F word and stuff. But if I did say the F word, it'd be the best F bomb ever.
Donald Trump says fuck before his coronavirus speech. It was a hot mic moment. He said, "Oh fuck."
Oh fuck. Okay. Anyway,
Then he also said behind closed doors, "Fuck him" about Benjamin Netanyahu.
Huh.
2021 for that one. And then he said, "I thought I didn't give a fuck." Okay, so anyways, yes. If I wanted to go find it, I could find Trump saying "fuck." It's out there. The truth is out there. But anyways,
So Ross is known for his controversial collaborations and stream statements. I didn't know this.
Well, yeah, he's been banned.
And he was banned from live stream platform Twitch for saying homophobic slurs and displaying racist and anti-Jewish messages from his live chat. Ross is Jewish. Yeah, he did say that. Okay. Ross has also displayed pornographic images during his live stream and promote gambling to an audience that includes young boys. Just young boys, not just young kids. Weird.
It's very targeted towards a male audience.
Yeah.
It's very slanted. I'm sure he has young girls also watching, but
more young boys that are looking up, I want to be like him, right?
To be fair, they did say includes.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're saying it's only. You know, they kind of covered themselves, but it really is a lot of the 13 to 18-year-old boys.
Yeah, and then they grow up and then they think that they're gonna win and they go to the casino and they blow with their friggin' inheritance when they turn 18.
Yeah, it gives them a terrible notion of gambling. Right. You know, and then also if he's doing these slurs up here, racism. You know, even if you are Jewish, you could be anti-Semitic.
Oh, for sure.
That's no shield at all. You know, it's just a bad thing. It's a bad look, and that's why Twitch doesn't have him on there. But we've talked about this before. Kick has people on it that Twitch won't have, and that's part of what gives Kick the image it has. Nothing happened today. He talked to the potential future president. None of these things happened. At least I don't think so. I mean, there was some racism, but that's Trump, you know.
Was there racism? Like.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I didn't see any, but I didn't watch the whole thing, so. All right. Well.
Hey, they're actually going to say Kick has fewer rules and less strict enforcement than Twitch. It hosts a number of controversial streamers, some of whom have been accused of violent and abusive conduct.
Yeah, and I've said that many times about Kick. Like we start on Kick. Like that's where we started.
Yeah, we did. We're part of Kick family.
Yeah, but just because it's your family doesn't mean you always have to stick around. We're gonna keep trying, but with the amount of people they let on here and the things we hear and then the people they keep promoting, I don't have that much hope. Will this give it a boost? Maybe this will give it a little bit of a boost. Maybe some people are gonna hop on.
Oh yeah,
Kick.
it definitely.
Yeah, maybe there's
some eyes on it.
New people are gonna be like, "What is Kick? We gotta come there." Maybe we'll get some new followers and all that, but you never know. But we'll see.
I guess in 2022, Adin tried to have Kanye on, but then they had a phone call and they ended up canceling it because he didn't like some things Ye said about Jewish people.
Huh.
I didn't know about all those extra details about it. But
well, Ye.
That would have also been a lot of numbers.
Ye also cancels on lots of people. Yeah. So.
You can't call him Kanye anymore.
Yeah.
Of course, he's friends with Tate. Did he try to have Tate on?
I don't know. Maybe I think he has had Tate on, but maybe not. By the way,
there was that live stream with Ross and Tate about him leaving that obviously we've talked about. But
yeah, and XQC was there. So
yeah, that's why I keep scrolling. Like, okay, there's a whole.
But he did the thing. I thought it was gonna be fake. I literally thought this was gonna be fake because he did do it with Kim Jong Un from North Korea, and everyone thought it was gonna be him, and it wasn't. It did say.
Yeah,
I think it
exactly.
does say right there, right?
He actually had a history of making a wild claim that he didn't back up. So there was reason to doubt it. And
one of my favorite streamers said that she was gonna be done streaming if it was true. I don't know if that is or not, so I'm not gonna say any names. So maybe that was second thoughts, but yeah, let's hope not.
Wait, what was it you're talking about? Who we were watching this morning?
Yeah. So.
Well, look, a bet is a bet.
Yeah, I know.
I think I would fall back to the semantics if I were in that person's shoes, because technically, quitting and stopping are two different words, and I believe the word "stop" was used, right?
Yeah.
You could just fall back on semantics.
Yeah, I guess they did stop. You're right. Okay.
You stopped for the day. I'm just saying.
If you're watching, take that. I'm all right. Okay.
But yeah, I finally found something worth saying here. We already saw this, but Ross gave Trump a Rolex. Online commentators speculated about whether the gift might run afoul of federal election commission rules. I think it does. So we'll probably see he didn't technically accept it.
Yeah, he's like,
He'll probably go somewhere you can legally let it go.
I accepted it on your behalf. I accepted it on for the camera, but
I shouldn't have scrolled. I should have asked what we thought it was worth.
Yeah, wow, $300K.
Did you know that would be? Holy.
How much is Adin Ross must make quite big bank then?
Well, he does.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much because it's like he's a streamer influencer guy, so measuring it is really hard. Let's see what Google says. Net worth Adin Ross. I'm gonna guess like 30 mil. Well,
It's not going to give
I have
you
no
a
idea
quick
how
answer.
reliable this is, but CelebrityNetWorth.com says he's worth 16 million as of May of this year.
Okay.
That may be a little low, but again, it's hard to calculate. Lower than I was thinking, but still, obviously, he's in the millions, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you get the $300,000 watch, but I'm
Can I
yeah, let's
quick
watch
play?
it. Yeah, I think you should.
We'll take a little bit of their clout, you know.
What's going on?
And these
here?
people in the background are supporters that were in there the whole time. It's kind of strange, but
Oh, that's a beautiful watch.
Yeah.
Should I open it?
You should open
Yeah,
it
he-
and then
Wow.
show the camera.
That's a great watch, actually. Good company. There's good company.
You like Rolex?
They like Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player and Arnold Palmer and all the golf
I'm
guys
not a
and
watch
all the
guy.
other guys.
Watches irritate me,
Dude, this
and
is
they're also functionally useless. So,
Don't they have nice packaging?
and I don't
They
care
do.
about my stats.
Really, really nice.
So I've got like 0 reasons for watches,
Oh,
but
that's so nice.
I see why other people like them.
Oh,
Do you
Should I
wear
show
watches?
that to the
Yeah,
audience?
they can see it.
Oh, I didn't know this. Now
Do you
Yeah.
wear watches, Mike?
No, it doesn't matter now. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think he's allowed to accept it. But
No, I think it's there's gonna be some workaround where it goes somewhere. Like I don't know how it's gonna work. Like some dude's gonna accept it that's not Trump.
yeah. Well, all right.
Let's see. So at the end of the live stream, after they listened to Trump's playlist in the Cybertruck, I didn't realize they listened to Trump's playlist.
Yeah,
I heard.
I saw that.
They wanted to listen to music in there, and I saw them getting in there, and
It was
cut off
Trump's
right away.
playlist. Yeah.
Ross and Trump danced together, and Trump pledged to quote, keep TikTok going. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think. What about Kick? He literally didn't mention Kick.
Well, I don't think Kick's being banned by the government, right?
yeah,
TikTok
but like,
has a
come on. I mean, this whole collaboration Kick should have been like, mention us.
yeah.
TikTok did.
But no, I think that's him trying to get the young voter. I'm like, hey,
It
Biden
is.
and Harris are taking away your TikTok. I'm not gonna take it away, right? So
Oh, that's even what this is talking about.
yeah.
Oh, wait. In 2020, during his presidency, Trump signed an executive order to ban TikTok, which was struck down in court.
Yeah. So,
Whoopsie. Looks like Trump also
yeah,
doesn't
he
actually
changed his
like
mind.
TikTok.
He changed his mind. So
Or he changed his mind.
yeah.
In March, he
Yeah.
reversed course, saying he was no
Jay says
longer
it's
banned.
illegal to give a value of a gift over 3,000, but I think you're not even allowed to give a candidate a gift. You're not allowed to give him a physical gift, I believe. You know, like,
I don't know, because you can give him food. You can get him dinner.
well, that's I don't
Ice
think
cream.
that's.
You remember when people
that's-
give ice cream to Joe Biden? So there's a threshold. I think 3,000, maybe. That seems high. Isn't that kind of high?
Okay.
$3,000 gifts
What
are
else
a
is it
lot.
saying?
Gifted him a Cybertruck. Oh yeah, the Cybertruck was also wrapped in a custom wrap.
Yeah.
I wonder. Oh yeah.
Well, let's show it.
They haven't even mentioned him yet, but this blonde guy in the background is
It's
XQC. He's another big time streamer. He actually is on Twitch and Kick both. He does both. He's just one of those guys, and also has YouTube stuff.
All right. Well, you could already see the gift.
Yeah, I can. Wow.
You can't miss
Wanna
it.
make
That's
it
an
big?
Elon.
It is an Elon.
Wow.
Shout out to Mr.
That's
Musk.
beautiful.
Check out this rap and let me know your honest thoughts.
There it is.
So you know what they did? What Google did is they took, or they let it happen. See the Secret Service?
Shows the front at the end, I believe.
They put smiles on their face.
Right.
You heard about that?
Yeah, no.
That's just terrible.
Yeah, I know. But that's how easy it is to manipulate.
It's a little bit scary.
Yeah, it is. It's very scary.
Oh,
We need like a.
Trump's talking about how so many doctors use photos with smiles on faces of people.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Okay, let's go to the front. It's about to show it. It's about to show the front. Yeah.
Quickly fact check things and see if it's real and authentic.
And right now they don't have.
No, they don't.
I'm pretty sure they're about to say something.
So, I know we're not gonna drive anywhere, but I was wondering if you wanted to like listen to like a song here.
I guess or not. Never mind, right?
That's what I said. We don't get to see the front. I said that immediately. We don't
I saw it. I've seen the front, so I know we do. So. Okay.
Did they play I'm Proud to Be
Oh.
American? I need to know. I'm going to look for that clip.
Thank you, Hankos, for the host. I appreciate it.
Oh, hey, Eccles. How was your stream tonight?
We were
I think
just
we just
talking.
finished our first topic. We were talking about Trump and Adin Ross.
Yeah. Was that it? Was that the end of it?
Yeah, that was actually they didn't even mention XQC in the article. He was in that clip and no mention of him.
Yeah, well, he
was
didn't do
there.
too much anyway.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Heckles. Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate it. Y'all coming from Heckles Streams. If you're new here, please hit that follow button. We're trying to grow here. We're also trying to grow on YouTube. So, I'm going to post a link. If you can go and give us a subscription or some follow there, whatever it's called, don't forget, that'd be great because it helps us grow. But we're doing great, Heckles.
Okay.
Hope you're doing great too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just talking about that.
Did you,
So yeah, I think
Eccles, did you get a chance to see this Trump Adin Ross thing that happened? I don't know who all would actually care to tune in. We did, so.
No, yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to keep the gifts. I think we'll hear about it by Wednesday. I'm sure.
I think he'll have to do some sort of he'll probably auction them off or sell them off to his fan base and then donate the money to a charity.
Yeah, like here you go.
Trump Foundation charity or whatever. I think he's got one literally. So he'll just like some lucky person will probably get these things, but Trump won't retain them. Is my prediction. I could be
Alright.
wrong
Next story.
because that gives him an additional day of PR with it too. All right, this one's a good one. This one had a clip too. I hope this article has it.
Yeah, from CNN. RFK Jr., who is third in line for president right now, in the lead. Just saying. No. RFK
Yeah,
says
this
he
is number
placed a
3 on
dead
the
bear.
ballot.
He placed a dead bear cub in Central Park 10 years ago. What?
You read that accurately.
Is that when he
Not
had the
only that,
brainworm?
but this might be pre-brainworm. This might have been calculated. But there's also a clip of him explaining why it's okay that he did this, and it makes sense that he did this, and it's fine. And it's funny that anybody would try to use it to
Okay.
attack him.
Well, let's
He
see.
laughed. He laughs in it, the idea that you would think this could be used against him.
Let's see.
Like, it's kind of just silly, but... Oh, crap. I haven't tested to see if this is
Let's
going to
see.
play, but this is the clip.
Probably gonna be an ad, so let's leave
Well,
it
we
for a
are
second.
not sponsored by beer or
Of
whatever.
course there's an ad because they want
is
you. I get it.
happening.
But yeah, I know I saw a small clip of it, and I was like, "Is that Roseanne Barr?" And yep, it is. And she kind of looks confused.
Has been solved, the bearer of the news may surprise you.
New York Central Park, a bear cub, I know, dead underneath some bushes. A dog walker stumbled upon the animal Monday morning. Officials at the Central Park Zoo are sure the bear did not belong to them.
They didn't have any bears at the time.
Police say the 3-foot cub showed signs of trauma and lacerations. They're not sure whether it wandered in the park or someone put it there.
There'd been no bears in the park for a long, long time.
Well,
It
this isn't the
seems
clip
as
of
if something
RFK.
was there, which is really sad.
We now know the person that brought the dead bear cub to Central Park in 2014 was independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Apparently, he could not bear to hold his confession in any longer.
A woman in a van in front of me hit a bear and killed it. So I pulled over and I picked up the bear and put him in the back of my van because I was going to skin the bear. And it was very good condition, and I was going to put the meat in my refrigerator. I realized I couldn't go home. I had to go to the airport. And the bear was in my car, and I didn't want to leave the bear in the car. This was a little bit of the redneck in me. There'd been a series of bicycle accidents in New York. They had just put in the bike lanes. I had an old bike in my car that somebody had asked me to get rid of it. I said, let's go put the bear in Central Park, and we'll make it look like he got hit by a bike.
Okay, well,
Building a home.
okay.
Yeah. So
he
there's a bit more to the video than that because I noticed they left a couple parts out, but it doesn't change it much.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, but it is. It's a story for sure. Another weird one.
Yeah. Every time we do an RFK story, it's a little weird. So yeah, he apparently found a dead bear and decided that the best thing to do with it was to dump it in Central
Well,
Park.
again, he said, is that I guess you can skin it if it's a fresh meat. You may as well not let it go to waste, right? So I can
Well, yeah,
see.
and the other part that he left out there, they left in the part where he said skinning it and putting the meat in his fridge. They left out the part where he mentioned getting a bear tag, which is how you would do it, and how in New York State it is legal to, if there's a roadkill bear, you can get a bear tag for a roadkill bear specifically. In the New York State, he mentions that in the video. They cut that part though.
Did he not have
The
a
part
tag?
that makes it sound more reasonable to skin it and
Did
take
he
the
have a
meat
tag?
Well, he would have to have called it in. If it's anything like Iowa, you don't have to have it before
You can
the
just,
accident with the deer. Because I grew up in Iowa and we hit deer all the time. And my dad would actually take roadkill deer, but then he wouldn't have the tag yet. He'd call it in, and sometimes like the game warden would actually drive out and hand him the tag because you put it on the leg of the deer, literally.
So, all right. So yeah, it's one of those things. So it's still kind of crazy, but
So
yeah,
it's not that crazy,
why-
but the crazy part is his decision to just leave it.
Yeah, why did he put it in the park? That makes no sense, right? Like, and
that's
why?
the other part they
why is
cut.
he coming clean 10 years later? You know, like
Yeah. Well, that's the other part they cut where he mentions he had to do like some prior engagement, so he couldn't do anything with it. And then another thing came up, so he couldn't do it. And then another thing came up, so he couldn't do it. And then he had to get on an airplane. It's like, why did you even take this bear? You're clearly busy. Like,
yeah,
you shouldn't have taken it. You should have called it in and just given the.
Yeah, I'm like, hey,
whatever
somebody
you
want a
do,
bear?
drive
Come pick
off.
up a bear. Tweet it
That
out.
or
you know?
the cleanup people come. Whoever does that, there's people who do that. Clean up roadkill. That's a thing. I think that's what Joe Dirt does at the beginning of Joe Dirt.
Yeah, I think I remember that, right? Sometimes the Roseanne Bar.
Oh, I didn't even realize
weird.
he was talking to Roseanne.
I don't
Barr.
know why she's there. So, but
yeah, I don't either.
because she's not voting for Kennedy.
It's also really weird to say it was in very good condition.
And I was gonna put me in my fridge. Yeah, well, hey, like it's still good, right? Like,
Yeah, no,
why waste it?
I'm definitely pro using the animal.
But yeah, it's just a
Purpose
weird thing to
hunting,
come out and say, especially now. Like, why say something and why leave it in the park? Like,
why the bike? Why do the bike to make it look like somebody hit a bear with the bike?
you could have put it on the side of the road and just left it there too, and just said whatever, right? But no, you went to a park and put it there.
Yeah, everybody thought that's a great idea though. So in his defense, everyone around him like that's a great idea.
Yeah, huh?
Apparently, everyone around him.
Yes, leaving a dead bear in the middle of New York City seems like a great plan. All right.
He was worried because he'd left behind fingerprints.
Blamed for the incident at the time. He was not blamed for this. Yeah, so they don't have his fingerprint. What, on the bike, on the bear? Where are you gonna get these fingerprints? They're not gonna.
On the bike, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Luckily, the story died down after a while, and it stayed dead for a decade. The New Yorker somehow found out about it, and they're gonna do a big article on me. So they asked me, fact checkers. You know, it's gonna be a bad story.
How did they find out it was him? Because of his fingerprints?
I think he admitted it. I think they wouldn't have. He literally.
I don't know.
It just admitted it. Like.
All right, I think we should.
Suggest he was not blamed for the incident at the time. So I don't think they ever found that it was him. Or if they did, they didn't do anything. So it's pretty fucking weird.
Wait, then go up again. Go up for a second. What's that say? Go
What's
up
that?
a little bit. No, just up. Okay, never mind. I thought it said 2024. 2014. Okay.
Yeah, 2014.
I was like, October 2024. No. But all right.
Looking forward to see how you spend this one. I mean, you don't have to spend this one. You fucked up here. And you really should just, like, not double down on that this was a funny thing to do. It was, like, found by kids. Fucking kids found this, you know? Anyways, enjoy your brain rot.
Okay.
This next one I don't know much about.
Neither do I. But it's just some crazy news, so you can take it away if you want.
So we got CTV News. How protests toppled Bangladesh's government and drove powerful PM into exile. So we have a government overthrow happen?
It seems like that's what's happening. Like, I don't know exactly what's going on,
August
but
5th? Okay. What began as peaceful protests by students in Bangladesh against a quota system for government jobs eventually turned into an uprising that forced Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to resign and flee the country by helicopter. The end to her 15 years in power came after weeks of violent unrest during which nearly 300 people died.
Wow.
Oh, so this has been going for a little bit, weeks.
So Bangladesh has had prime minister in power for 15 years and apparently they were done with it.
And it's a quota system for government jobs. It's
So-
like forced conscription, but not for military, for government positions.
Yeah.
You're being forced to work for the government X number of years type shit.
Anyway, what
So
else?
the
So
government-
people are dying, curfew, internet outages. So yeah, there's lots going on. It seems like. I just thought it was crazy that hey, look, if they can do it in Bangladesh, it can probably happen anywhere, you know.
So it looks like the government tried to stop the protests by doing curfews, internet outages, bullets.
Yeah. Parties with bullets. Yeah.
Apparently that made them fuel the outrage and further the protests.
I wonder if that was in the order, like bullets, curfews, then the internet, and that's when everyone lost their shit. They're like, not our internet. You can
You
take.
started with bullets.
you know.
I'm already fucking outraged.
Yeah, but no, they
Like,
still. But
it's
that's the
like-
thing. When you cut the internet, like that's when it's bad.
Well, that
right?
too. I mean,
So-
internet that is actually maybe it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Protesters defied a military curfew and marched on the Capitol Center following a week of violence. Left dozens of people dead. As troops pulled back and internet access was restored, tens of thousands of people began to celebrate in the streets, and thousands stormed the leader's official residence.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they just took over the residence. Like, geez. So.
So the military chief, Walker Uz-Zaman, said the army would seek the president's guidance to form an interim government, as he called for calm in the public address in the afternoon. So
she's done, and they
we
done.
will be seeing a new government.
I don't know
Yes,
if we really want to get too into it. I guess we can have
No,
it
that's
started.
just-
I think we probably just move right on. I just saw it and I was like, well, that's big news. There, Bangladesh is gonna get a new prime minister.
So it says tear gas, rubber bullets. Was there not bullets at first? I think they might have switched to actual bullets. So I can't remember because I've seen a lot of things. I don't remember if it was Bangladesh that I saw. Okay, 150 people died, so at some point they started killing people.
So Trudeau. I mean, never mind.
So it says the demonstrations were against a quota system that set aside up to 30% of government jobs for family members of veterans who fought in Bangladesh's 1971 War of Independence against Pakistan. Oh, so if you're one of these people, you get a job, no question. And if you're not, you're fucked.
All right.
That's what it's about.
So racism in different countries. It's not just in North America. So.
I mean, it's not really racism because it's family members of veterans who fought in a war, right? This would be like in America if you know, not everybody in America is a vet or a family member of a vet. I mean,
Prejudice
I am,
of
but not
some
everyone
sort,
is.
something then, right?
But if they literally made it so certain jobs weren't available based on that, that would suck. You're literally making two classes of people.
Okay.
The military class and the non-military class, and that's creating division. It's not necessarily racism, although it might be also
Prejudice,
racism.
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's.
There's no way we're gonna go through all of the rest of that. But the very last thing it says is now the student's duty is to stay calm and help us. So that should tell you.
Yeah.
how
No.
you need to do that. That's how they ended it. That's if they can end it like that. We can too, right?
300 people died. They got their guy gone, and now there's someone new coming.
And I have no idea of who they got rid of. Like what? I mean, is it just the quota system is the only reason they're bad? Is the person they're going to bring in going to be worse? We'll find out. You know, I mean, a lot of times if the military does the job, they end up being the dictator. Fun stuff.
From Gizmodo, Colin Kaepernick. I can't pronounce his last name. But anyway, piss
No.
off comic industries with the AI comic deals. So not only has he pissed off a whole bunch of people in the past, he's now literally telling everyone who has a job to fuck off. From
Well,
what
and he's
that-
found a completely different set of people because he went
Yeah.
from sports ball people to like the comic book AI people, and I feel like that's a pretty big separation.
Now this is from the title. I'm gonna go off by the title, but it seems like a pretty shitty thing to do.
It is.
As in the case with Gen AI, In other industries, comic pros are not happy about the technologies intruding their spaces. I was going to say something else there, but yeah, no, I get it. Now, I feel bad when I use some AI stuff, but it's very helpful. But yeah, it's pretty shitty for them.
For everybody who forgot, this is Colin.
Yeah.
He's the Afro guy. You remember him from Kneeling.
Yeah.
See, I was
gonna do a thumbnail of him.
I
was gonna do a thumbnail of him kneeling on some comic books, right? But I can.
But then we had the better one.
Yeah. Well, I thought that'd be pretty funny, but yeah.
So, the rise of generative AI has caused no small amount of controversy in the last year, particularly over the entertainment industry. It's a big reason for the Hollywood strikes and the current strike affecting video game voice actors, and there's been similar controversy over its use in the art field. Along with video games and books that use technology, comics now have to be on the lookout for this technology invading its space as well, both from artists within the industry and people using it as a way of entering the field, like maybe Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, so what kind of comic is it, I wonder? Football comic?
I don't know if it even mentioned it, because I did read this a little bit. So activist and ex-football player Colin Kaepernick announced the launch of his comic book company, Lumi. Its big selling point is that it'll use Gen AI to draw and write comics that'll be sold to readers. And according to Kaepernick, will be creator-owned and also lead to built-in merchandising. So you're not going to use artists?
Okay, yeah, nice. So
apparently he's raised $4 million in funds for Lumi.
So people are supporting him. Okay, which is kind of sad.
It's speculators, market speculators, like Shark Tank kind of shit.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
He says the company will help level the playing field. What the hell does that mean? And talks a big game about making this a way for aspiring creators to enter comics without having to rely on a full team or have personal Hollywood connections.
That doesn't make any sense. Like,
it really doesn't.
I can prompt in a guy. No. That's the thing. Like,
well,
no.
Also, apparently Kaepernick himself had connections that let him write a kid's book for Scholastic and co-create a Netflix series about his own life with Ava DuVernay. So he's literally already used connections to get him in. Gen AI has often been called a possible aid for non-creative people to make their own things, but this technology steals pre-existing work, so it's effectively stealing. There's just no getting around it. If you want to make something, you're going to have to make it yourself, both because people in these fields will shun you once they learn how it's made, and because making things requires sucking at it and improving over time. So what is he going to do? Is he going to pay artists to give him the starting blocks and then fire those artists and use the AI from then on? Is that the plan? Because Colin Kaepernick can't fucking draw. Or is he just going to have the AI steal artwork as a starting point too? Because there's two ways you can use AI here, but
he's probably gonna steal.
Probably just steal.
But yeah, that's unfortunate. So he's I don't think he plays football anymore, does he?
No, his former. Apparently, he pitched this as a charity. He pitched this idea to the artists as a charity while at San Diego Comic-Con.
In fact, another big problem with it. So yeah, the lack of consent until, oh my god, I'm struggling there. The lack of consent until after the fact is another big problem with Gen AI. Recall how OpenAI used Scarlett Johansson's voice for its chatbot, despite her explicitly saying no. Or agencies using code language in context so voice actors sign their voice away.
Yeah, you signed your voice away. I don't know if you realize it.
Did we? Oh, probably. Yep. So, when we sign up for YouTube or Kick?
Yes.
Both. Yeah.
Actually, it might have been the other thing.
I haven't put my voice in anything yet.
But okay, so I'm trying to understand what he's pitched to the artists here. He's saying it's a charity, and then up above it's saying that this will allow them to enter comics without having to rely on a full team or have personal Hollywood connections. So he's looking for those nobody artists that don't have any connections at all, so that this can somehow help them.
Yes, so he can rip them. No, so he can rip them off and they don't have a
Yeah.
voice to get their name out there to say that they ripped them off because they're too small. Yeah, I see what's
exactly.
going on.
This isn't gonna be a charity. This isn't gonna amplify their voice in any way. You're just gonna rob people that nobody knows, and think we don't know that's what you're doing with this charity. Pretty scummy. Hard work of pencil and paper. I don't think you can draw. I think that's literally all there is to it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked, I think, a lot about AI at this point, so it's pretty much an easy one for us to know what side we're on here. Colin's a dick.
Yep.
What a weird reason to be back in the news, though, right? Like, I didn't expect to see his name again, but definitely not about comics. All right, this next one is an update.
Yeah, some unfortunate
Global
news from Global News. Alberta firefighter 24 dies battling Jasper wildfires. So yeah,
That's super young.
fortunately we lost a firefighter. The firefight here, battling the huge blaze not far from here. Yeah. So
Is this the procession?
This must be, yeah. It's probably an ad. So no.
A 24-year-old was killed on the job just outside of Jasper town site. Eric Bay has more.
Wildland firefighters line a road in honor of a fallen colleague. RCMP say the 24-year-old was working a blaze Saturday northeast of Jasper when he was hit by a falling tree.
As a father and grandfather, the loss of a young firefighter is hard to bear.
Parks Canada says the firefighter was rushed by stretcher to a helipad and flown out by Stars Air ambulance, but was pronounced dead shortly afterwards. The fallen firefighter was from Calgary and working for Alberta Wildfire out of the Rocky Mountain House Fire Base.
Today is a difficult day for firefighters.
Yeah,
even though we know that
super
wildland
sad for
firefighting
sure.
is a job that includes
Well, the thing is, they have to
a
go
lot
back
of
out there and
danger,
keep working.
Yeah.
and we try to prepare for
we can
any
probably stop that now.
circumstances.
We don't need it.
that
Yeah, I
doesn't
was
lessen
thinking
the
that,
impact.
especially now they're just on the commentary from random people, but yeah. So obviously, trees are going to be falling when everything's burned, and compromised at that point.
Yeah.
It's not just the fire or the smoke that could be a danger. So RCMP say around 2:15 p.m. on Saturday, August 3rd, officers were notified of an Alberta wildland fire employee who sustained serious injury. So, just a couple hours after noon.
Yeah, so the 24 was hit by a falling tree. So yeah, that's not just fire you gotta watch out for. You gotta watch out for like falling debris and stuff. And yeah, trees are heavy and they're gonna fall quick too.
It says they provided immediate first aid. Obviously, it wasn't enough. I mean, probably a big tree. They got him on a stretcher.
I'm getting
to
an
a
emergency
helipad.
alert right now.
You are?
Yeah, for a huge storm that might have like golf ball size hail. Yeah.
Ooh, don't go
So,
outside.
I don't know. You want to
Make
see
sure
it? So
your pets
hopefully,
are
yeah.
inside.
Um.
What the hell is going on with this ad here?
Yeah, I'm also on Alberta. Avoid windows, protect your heads if outdoors. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go take a peek outside while you go on this, okay? Give me 2 seconds.
Yep. So yeah, like I was saying, they got him on a stretcher out to the helipad and flown out by Stars Air ambulance. But he was pronounced dead shortly afterwards. So looks like they tried everything they could for him, but bad things happen, and this is what firefighters sign up for. I mean, there's a reason there's not a song called "Fuck the Firefighters" or "Fuck the FD" or whatever. I think by and large everybody
Oh, there's another one. Oh, shit.
understands that they really are out there to sacrifice themselves for people. And the truth of the matter is, there's a Supreme Court ruling about police where they're not required to help you, really.
Okay, sorry about that, but yeah.
So,
Do they say his name or they have not released it yet?
I don't see it, but they do say they posted to social media that they're doing a remembrance on Sunday, which
It was
theoretically
yesterday.
happened already.
Yeah, that would have been yesterday because he passed away Saturday.
I'm just a little surprised they're not saying his name, but yeah, I'm not seeing it in here. The Jasper mayor, Richard Ireland, says municipality is profoundly saddened by the tragic loss. I mean, that's what you expect your leaders to come out and make comments. Jasperites, is that what they called them?
I don't know.
He said,
I guess.
Jasperites stand with you, sharing your grief and honoring the ultimate sacrifice of a courageous firefighter. So I guess that's what they call them, Jasperites.
Yeah, from that city. Yeah, I can't see his name. Actually, weird.
Danielle Smith also offered condolences. Don't know who she is, but she's the PM or Premier or whatever. So yeah, everybody's throwing their comments out there, as you have to.
Yeah.
I don't know that we necessarily need to read through everybody's quotes.
No, we can probably move on to the next.
It's just sad news. You know, we've been covering the Jasper fire, the situation. The destruction was the last thing we talked about. Now it's, unfortunately, claiming lives. Pumpkin is trying to join me. Let's see how this goes.
All right, well, let's move on to the next story here.
Yeah, we got cocaine to talk about here. CBS News. Hurricane Debby blows cocaine worth over $1 million on the beach in Florida Keys, according to U.S. Border Patrol.
Yeah, I saw a video actually just before we went live of a guy pulling out of the ocean. I'm pretty sure that guy's killed by now. Just my thoughts. I don't know, but yeah, that's crazy. What?
Yeah, just a little cocaine hurricane.
Hurricane Debby brought more than the powerful winds and storm surge to Florida. Packages of cocaine worth more than $1 million also made landfall. Officials said marking the latest in a string of recent discoveries of drugs along the Florida shores. So
apparently, if you want drugs, just walk along the shores in Florida.
Holy shit!
Oh my God, I hear that one.
Yeah, there's.
Oh dear Lord.
I can't even turn that off.
Canada is not safe right now.
I don't know. It's gonna keep going off probably because it looked pretty freaky, but nothing you can do, right? So hopefully I don't die.
So Debby slammed into the state as a Category 1 hurricane and has since been downgraded to a tropical storm. So, Category 1's kind of low, on the low end, but it was barely enough to bring cocaine. Washed the drugs ashore in the Florida Keys. U.S. Border Patrol Acting Chief Patrol Agent Samuel Briggs II. I don't know if that should be. That's too much of a name. Anyways, Hurricane Debby blew 25 packages of cocaine, 70 pounds, onto a beach in the Florida Keys. Now, is that 70 total pounds, or is each of the 25 packages 70 pounds?
I'm not sure. So, yeah, probably each pound is probably 20, 70 pounds, That looks like 70
I believe
pounds.
these are them right here.
Yeah, they got a stamp on them, too. Weird.
Yeah. Just kind of looks like some sort of a shipment of something.
Yeah.
And you poke it open, and you're like, oh, well, that's powder.
Yeah, I'm taking this home. So...
It says a street value of more than $1 million and was found by a good Samaritan who contacted the authorities.
What a guy.
Mike.
Yeah. I don't think I would have been a good Samaritan. But to be fair, I don't think I would have touched it. I would have packed up my bags and walked away.
I mean, I can't really disclose what I necessarily would have not.
Nope, I would have packed up my bags. I'm like, I'm not touching that because somebody might be watching it still. And yeah, nope.
You could just get like a little bit, right? Just like a little pocket full. You know how much you could put in one pocket?
So yeah, so in June, Florida found 65 pounds of cocaine floating in the ocean. So yeah, just
it's just floating. Nice.
And that's why we talked about sharks being high in cocaine.
Earlier that month, divers found 25 kilos of cocaine about 100 feet underwater off Key West. The very next day, the same amount of suspected cocaine was found washed up on Dauphin Island, Alabama.
Huh. I didn't know Alabama.
In May, a beach goer found $1 million worth of cocaine washed up along the Florida Keys.
Yeah.
Apparently, I need to go swimming.
Yeah, we're going to Florida. Like, I'm not going to Colorado.
I never go to the beach, so I'm never going to have a chance to win. This is like never playing the lottery. You realize that, right? If you never go to the beach, you can never find cocaine at the beach.
All right, well.
Here's another one, 2023.
I do think I'm going to rush it to the next story because we are having some weird shit going on here. So.
Yeah, actually, let's move on. We have
not that I'm scared, but I don't want my computer getting fried if the power goes out.
Yeah, and I don't really know how much to say about this last one. It's from AP News here. I just saw this, like, very late in the day.
Yeah.
This seems important, doesn't it? Look, I mean, Google illegally maintains monopoly over internet search. Judge rules. So what are we going to do about it?
Ask Jeeves.
Are we gonna force Ask? Like, do I have to go to Ask Jeeves now, or can I keep using Google?
I don't know. I use Bing, but Bing uses Google, so really it's nothing different, right? So,
So a judge on Monday ruled that Google's search engine has been illegally exploiting its dominance to squash competition and stifle innovation, in a seismic decision that could shake up the internet and hobble one of the world's best-known companies. The highly anticipated decision issued by U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta comes nearly a year after the start of a trial pitting the U.S. Justice Department against Google in the country's biggest antitrust showdown in a quarter century. I didn't know it was happening. Did you?
Nope, not a clue.
It's the biggest. It's bigly. After reviewing reams of evidence that include testimony from top executives at Google, Microsoft, and Apple during the last year's 10-week trial, Meta issued his potentially market-shifting decision 3 months after the two sides presented closing arguments in early May. Okay, so that's why we're only hearing about it now, because it's court crap.
All right, so what's this mean though? Like,
yeah, exactly. So he's saying yes, they're doing a monopoly. So then what? Google enjoys 89.2% share, 94.9% on mobile devices. Great. Okay, but what do they have to do?
Does that mean like where it's already pre-installed in your phone and stuff, and pre-installed in your computer? So that's why? Is that what it's talking about?
No. I mean, Google's not installed. It's a website.
Yeah, but like most of the time when you go to your internet, it's automatically default Google. Right? Like when you get a Samsung phone, it's Google usually. It's
what do you mean it's Google?
Like Google is automatically downloaded on your phone. You cannot delete Google off your phone. Like you gotta keep Google on your phone. Just like some phones, you gotta keep YouTube on your phone.
I mean, maybe. That's what Microsoft got themselves in trouble with. But I mean, so far this is just saying Google is a monopolist. So like,
we already knew that anyway. So.
Yeah, they're not. I don't feel like they've specified it so far in what we've read. Like, and they said also acted to maintain its monopoly, which means anti-competitive practices, pushing out others who might be able to do the same stuff. Like you said, if it's like you can't have this kind of phone without the Google thing, well, then how does another company break into that cycle? Samsung has no reason to deal with another company. Google has no reason not to deal with Samsung. So, saying it's a major setback. Let's see if they have any actual other detail. Google offers the best search engine, but concludes that we shouldn't be allowed to make it easily available. Well, that's according to the Google president of global affairs. So of course, he's going to spin it a little interestingly. All right. So for now, the decision vindicates the antitrust regulators, which filed a lawsuit nearly 4 years ago.
Oh, Donald
Trump.
That's it. Yeah, they got to put Donald Trump's name in it.
Yeah. So it started under Trump, continued under Biden. It's one of those things where they did a lot of the same shit.
It's going to take 20 years.
Yeah. So it's a historic victory. Okay, but what are they going to have to do? Like, because that was the key part of the whole Microsoft thing. Like, they identified they were a monopoly, but it was forever until we figured out what they were going to have to do. And they made a bunch of money. So it says, the Justice Department's lawyers argued Google's monopoly enabled it to charge advertisers artificially high prices while also enjoying the luxury of not having to invest more time and money into improving the quality of its search engine. Relax, of course, the customers. Yeah. You can literally pay Google to put your stuff first. It's the sponsored stuff.
Yeah,
top. You know,
I think
Google search.
I got a month free of that. So when you typed in Borderline Banter, we were the top, right? But we should still be the top in theory.
Yeah.
But
So they were doing that at the same time is not actually making the search engine better. In fact, it was worse. You would search for things and just find whoever paid the most. You're not finding the actual quality you were looking for. You were just finding whoever
and then that's how some people get scammed too, because the scammers duplicate a website and then they pay.
Yeah.
And then they get their Amazon ad first, and people are like, "Oh, this is Amazon," but it's not Amazon. It's Amazon, right? So I'm just saying, you know what I mean? And people don't realize
it can work like that.
But people don't see that. They think that is Amazon because it looks identical except for the URL, right? So.
Right.
Okay, well,
Google argued consumers have historically changed search engines when they become disillusioned with the results they're getting. For instance, Yahoo was the most popular during the 90s before Google came along.
yeah.
I mean, how can you say historically when it switched from like nothing to Yahoo to Google? Like it's switched like twice.
But I do notice that the other ones do suck
once.
though.
Like-
I've gone to other websites like what's that called again? Fox.
Bing.
No, Fox. Mozilla.
Fox.
What do you call it? Friggin' yeah.
Mozilla Firefox?
Yeah.
That's not a website, that's a browser.
Browser, but like they when you look up something, it doesn't give you as good as when I go to Google. You know, like I can type in the same thing in Google and I get different
Well,
things.
what did the Mozilla use as its search engine?
Let's see. Oh, it says weird. It says Google, but see what I mean? Google, but it's different stuff. Because every time I Google, I have to literally go to Chrome. So, anyway.
I don't think we have really much else to say. I don't think they're gonna tell us more. We'll find out.
Well, we won't. We'll forget about it.
Illegal monopoly sets up another legal phase to determine what sorts of changes or penalties should be imposed to reverse the damage done and restore a more competitive landscape. So that's the stuff we're wanting to know, the sorts of changes and penalties. That's what we'd like to know. But that's apparently a whole other phase, so we don't get to know yet.
No.
We'll stay tuned. It may be years, like you were saying.
Well, thank you for whoever is still watching. It's gonna be a quick episode because it seems like I'm gonna have a storm that's gonna destroy my house.
Well, yeah, and you need to be safe.
We'll find out. I'm worried about my computer. You know, I don't want a surge to blow it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I got a surge bar. But yeah, if you haven't already, please hit that follow button or subscribe button wherever you are, YouTube, Facebook, or we're not actually live on Facebook, and Kick. But you can also check us on Facebook, X, YouTube, everywhere to go to borderlinebanter.com. And if you want to be on the show, you should drop us a line. Borderlinebanter.com. We're always looking for, oops, something might change here now. No. Good, didn't mess it up. Yeah, I'm always worried about it. But yeah, drop us a line. We're always looking for someone new to chat to on the show. And Dustin, you want to take the last segment
we
away?
always like to end our show letting everyone know it's okay not to be okay. Here at the Borderline Banter, we want to just spread mental health awareness. And a few hotlines we have here. Go to borderlinebanter.com. Just click this top right here. It's okay not to be okay. And use these hotlines. Yeah. We want you to reach out. Have somebody to talk to, just like we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here at the Banter.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and thanks again, Dustin. We will see you on Wednesday, and everybody else, we will see you. Unfortunately, we have not enough people to host, but we will be back Wednesday. See you soon.
It is what it is.
Cheer. Well, thanks for lurking, Chris. We're heading out. Enjoy.
Always appreciate the work.
Yeah.
And we will see everyone.